Yo, vibes are everything. What's going on, everybody? Just want to appear one time on your feed real quick. I'm usually on Instagram. I've been sleeping on Snapchat, I'm not going to lie, because I would like the whole feature on Instagram, how they would extend the life of the camera, the snaps or whatever. But just want to pop one time. Can I do that? Can I do that? Can I do that? Can I do that? What's going on? Why am I single, and what have I learned? So, what Wiseman once said, if you learn from your mistakes, that's smart. But if you learn from others' mistakes, then that's wise, right? So it will be wise from learning from other people. If they fucked up on on a thing that you don't want to fuck up on, then you're like, all right, yo, what did you do? That made that happen, or asking yourself what did they do, finding out what they did wrong and not doing it right, or finding out what they did right the next time after they've been through all the mistakes and shit, and then learning from their successes, learning from how they overcame the obstacles, right? So my previous relationship, it wasn't meant to happen. I saw it short term. I was a person that she was a good girl and everything, but I wasn't clear. And of course, she wasn't that clear at all either. Things just could have been on the physical. Things could have been, on the emotional sometimes. Things could have been on, not mental though, not mentally, not spiritually, right? But a lot of people don't look at that aspect, which is really important, the mental part and the spiritual part, because that's more than the physical, it's more than just the emotion, it's more than just logical. So I feel like a lot, now, coming from learning from my experiences, because I was in 3 relationships back to back to back. You know what I mean? So when I said, hold up, I gotta chill, I gotta grow up, I gotta do some growing in myself, I gotta learn about more of myself. Even though you learn a lot about yourself when you're in these relationships, you learn a lot about that person, you learn a lot about what you guys call love, right? Hey, what's up? But so you learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about the person, you learn a lot about relationships. So I would also see, like I expected, when I became single, because we become what we think about. If we think about, oh, okay, this might not work out, it's not gonna work out. If you think about I might just pull this fucked up move, then eventually, right, you're thinking about it and it's already happened, it's already predetermined, but you don't even know it. So what I said after being burnt out after 2 relationships, see, it was not wise on my behalf. Caught up in the physical, I was caught up in the emotional, because I wanted to fulfill certain emotional shit as well, a lot of my desires as well. A lot of company, right, and the female energy, because that's important, obviously, but at the time I was looking at it from another standpoint. Then I eventually ended up becoming single. I had to end things with that, because of my reason and for her reasons, obviously, right? Because it takes 2, right? So once I became single, I learned a lot about myself. Once I became more clear on my intentions, and once I was learning about business, learning how to deal with people, learning about influence that it has on me and how I can add value to other people. But once I found out that I can add more value to the marketplace, then I should cut off ties with things that I don't feel in harmony with. And unfortunately, me not being clear in the instance of relationship goals and what love is and all that stuff like that, I had to grow more.